So sitting here snacking. Yeah, so based on our last hike, so we are out here on the Allegheny Trail again, and this is going to be a milestone for us, right?
Yes.
So this is a milestone. After this weekend, this next 20 miles, we have officially hiked all of section 2. We're covering some ground that we've already covered. We're going to hike through Durbin. We just parked back at the trailhead back there. We got our other vehicle parked at Cass, and we're going to hike on and see where we go today. But before we get started, let's say a prayer for clear skies. I lift my eyes to the sky and pray for clear skies as we embark on this hike. Keep the storms at bay and disperse the clouds that may obstruct my view and way. Grant me the gift of sunshine, illuminating my path and revealing splendid nature. Bless me with favorable weather conditions throughout my journey, protecting me from heavy rains, strong winds, and natural disturbances, and excessive heat. May the warmth of your love surround me, and may the clarity of heavens guide me safely to my destinations. Amen. So back home, it's supposed to get on the western side of West Virginia. It's supposed to get close to 100 degrees today. What's the high today here? 88?
Yeah, something like that.
So I was actually pretty chilled coming through Elkins. I rolled down the windows thinking I'd get some fresh air, and then like 2 minutes later rolled them back up and just hit the vent on the truck. Huh. This wasn't paved the last time we were down through here either.
No, they're digging this up.
Yeah. So turning back on when we make a turn down here on the other side of Durbin. Ta-ta for now. Oh, no, I don't hear. So the last time we came down here, that place wasn't boarded up as nice. That place wasn't tore down. The only place in town was open was the restaurant, which we ate at. We didn't make it into the beer joint. So based on our last hike through here, Rick went in and checked on this market for sale with this building, and you can own it for somewhere around $250,000. And there is one apartment upstairs that's already rented. Used to be a market in there. So I think our turn is that road right there. Yep. Little art store. That was open. Was closed last time. Open now. And the ice cream store. So we just came across that bridge there, turned onto a forest road, and it's like the temperature went down 5 or 6 degrees automatically as soon as we hit the woods. And then Allegheny looks like it enters the woods right there. Hasn't rained around here for a while, so we're kind of worried about the water sources being dry, but we will see. Allegheny Trail. Doesn't look steep, but it is. So we're gonna test out the stabilization. I've got it mounted to my shoulder, and as my wife would say, I have a tendency to waddle. So we'll see how well this does. And we'll see how much Rick waddles. You're not 57 yet. Do you feel 57?
I feel 72.
I don't feel my age. I don't feel 56.
It's just my knees and hips that are 72.
Mountain laurels on both sides of the trails. Blooms are still pretty good here. Other places they're already starting to fall off. I'm glad we caught it while it's still in bloom here. So we're coming up on our first water source. What do you think? So this is our first break. We're about 2.4 miles in this Spillman run. Note to self, double check your water filter to make sure it's working before you leave on a trip. We just tried to use mine and I couldn't get any water to come out, even though I back flushed it, made sure it was done right before I put it up. I didn't test it before we left. But this is Spillman's run. Up there on it, there's a flat with a campfire ring. It's marked as a camping spot, and it's got maybe a place for 2 tents. So we're stopping here and taking a snack break before we head on down that trail. Anything to say, Rick?
Not a thing.
Nothing. Man of few words. Get my fresh water. He says it's really nice and cold. I can't wait to have mine. Oh, that was a steep climb coming out of Durbin. Now we're going to start heading downhill. It was a half mile climb, and we gained 500 feet of elevation, and it was steep. I mean, there was very little switchbacks, but now we'll head down. The red, right? That's National Forest.
That's the border.
Border, yeah. And what is this? Is I know it's Monongahela, but don't we hit Seneca? Seneca's down. Seneca Forest is down on the side of Greenbanks. I don't know.
I think so.
We'll have to look at the map. Anyway, we're gonna head down to this water source and then take a snack break. Let's see. Take a temperature check. Yep. National Forest boundary. Land Survey Monument. So, we're sitting here snacking. Haven't got our water yet. And back in the distance, what do we hear? Rolling thunder. And then from this guy back here, I get this shitty look. And a snicker. I don't think I like it. Oh, dang. Really hot. I think so far, the highest I've seen was 80 degrees and 50% humidity was the lowest it's went. But anyway, finish my sandwich. And we're gonna filter water. And then hopefully run like hell to the campsite. So, the thunderstorm passed and we just had a light sprinkle. But I'm gonna cook dinner now. Not really hungry, but it'll lighten my load tomorrow. So what I'm having is a Nor rice side. I'm gonna boil the water, and then I'm gonna put it in my little baggie here and let it soak and rehydrate after it's hot. And then I'm adding this package of Velveeta cheese sauce in it. And then on top of that, I'm going to open up some of this beef summer sausage and put some of it in there, and then I'll eat the rest of this tomorrow for lunch. Rick's over there. Don't know if you can see him. Still filtering water. But this is camp for the night. So just laying here in the tent, chilling. We made our food and everything, and it's just too hot and muggy right now to eat, and plus the food was a little bit too hot, so I'm just letting it cool. If you want to know what it looked like after I was done, there you go. That's it. Got some summer sausage in there, that cheese and that. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, do not know what to be. And I also brought a book on this hike, which I normally wouldn't do because of the extra weight, but a friend of mine gave it to me. I play poker with. He had it and some stuff, and it's Hiking Through One Man's Journey of Peace and Freedom on the Appalachian Trail by Paul Stutzman. I'm not very far into it. I'm only on page 58, so I'm laying here reading, letting my food cool, and hopefully I'll get some appetite here pretty soon. One thing to note though, so far in this trail, and we've only went like 6 miles, but it was a lot of puds, ups and downs, and I've already talked about how the horses made parts of the trail hard, but the other part of it is there's no views. It was just all green tunnel. Anyway, I will talk to everybody later. The sun. The sun just set. Oh, he stopped. Listen.